Hi, Chef Anthony here. Today I'm talking about teppanyaki cooking. We're on the Gaggenau. Look how nice and flush and seamless this is. Built into your island, built into your work surface. This is ideal to entertain, ideal to cook on. We have this on, this is 2 zones, so we could actually, use the top or the bottom, either way. But now I got both zones up to around 475 degrees, nice and hot, right? Think about, pan searing anything, breakfast, lunches, doing dinner, doing the hibachi fun. So what I have here is some marinated yellowfin tuna. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna coat it in a little bit of sesame, right? Just like that. Get a nice little quick zhuzh, a little bit of oil down, okay? Very nice. You see it ripple already. So we're gonna do about 1.5 to 2 minutes on each side here. I'm gonna show you a couple pieces just to kind of get a good look. And I'm putting them in certain spaces here so we can see how even this cooktop, this grill top is. Look how cool this is, right? Very nice. We're gonna put them right here. Move these 2 away. We're gonna look at, I'm gonna show you what happens when you use both of these burners. See that even ability from both sides. Top to bottom right here, we're getting that nice crisp and that crunch and that texture with very minimal splatter. So look, we have 5 dinner tuna steaks now. We could probably go 8 or 9. So think about how many people you can cook for and how many you want to use for. You can easily cook for 7 to 9 people with something like this, which I feel is ideal, I feel like that's great. This is a great temperature. If you're worried though, it is a few degrees away from lowering, They're backlit controls, they're very nicely done, okay? So if you see that over here, backlit controls, we're using both. You could use the top or the bottom signals over here. This is ideal where we're setting. So 475, we can go all the way up to 480, or we can take it down to 440 or 450. This is really where I like to play. So, look at that. We're starting to get a little colorization over here. No stickage on it too. It's very nice, okay? So we're gonna let it sit about another minute or so just to get that hard char on there. Then we already have these washed and dried shishitos. So we're gonna blister some shishitos, serve it with some garlic sauce. Probably take about another minute or so. All right, guys, let's give them a nice turn right here. Nice flip, look at that. Look at the sizzle on that. Beautiful. I love this. Put them all right here. Here's the beauty about the teppanyaki. Look at that. Next. Right in there. Hear those sizzle up real fast. Throw a little bit of, just a little bit of garlic salt on there, kind of give you that click and crisp on the bottom. Another touch of oil. Excellent. Now if I turn this steak, I want to show you this. Look at that sear. That's ideal. That's a high sear on that tuna steak. Still keeping it rare in the center, okay? Depending on how you like this tuna, I like to serve mine a little bit rarer than this, but I feel like this is adequate and easy. These shishitos, we're just gonna wait to blister up, let them finish. We have the good downdraft helping us out, so the smoke is nice and clear, so you guys can get a good picture of this. We're gonna pull these off, let them rest. Look at that. Real nice. We're just gonna leave these brown off for 30 more seconds and then this is finished. So all right, check out this teppanyaki grill pan. Look at these blistered up shishitos getting very nice and we're just gonna finish them with some salt. We're gonna serve that right with these tunas, just like this. And that is our meal, folks, on the Gaggenau teppanyaki. I love this. I feel like this is for everything. Enjoy.